Massive breaking news coming out of Old Trafford this afternoon, with Manchester United being offered Vlahović in exchange for Joshua Zirkzee from Juventus. Before we get into this massive story though, please do me a small favour and subscribe to the channel, bottom right hand corner. I'm live throughout the whole of the transfer window, and don't forget to like the video as well. Let's try and see 500 likes on this episode. Now, before I bring you this story, the question I've got for you today is going to be very simple. Would you swap Joshua Zirkzee in exchange for Vlahović? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll give you my opinion at the end of this video. First of all, I'll bring you the news. So this is being reported widely in the UK media in the last couple of minutes. And the headline is this: Juventus have just offered Dušan Vlahović in exchange for Joshua Zirkzee. We've heard rumours and rumours and rumours that Joshua Zirkzee supposedly wants to leave Manchester United. Obviously has not had the best of starts at the club. I think he's come under a little bit of unfair criticism, to be honest. I don't think he's been awful. Is he Manchester United quality? Maybe not. Does he suit Ruben Amorim's system? Probably not. But I don't think he's an awful player. And I think, the criticism he has received has been a little bit unfair at times. But in short, would I keep him at Manchester United? If he wants to go and we can get good money for him, or maybe a swap deal, I probably would let him move on. You do have to remember, though, that before he even came to Manchester United, he wasn't really setting the world alight. If you look at his stats at Bologna, he only ever got 15 goals and assists at Bologna, and that was in, I think, across 2 seasons. So it's not like he was breaking records in the Italian league and then came to Manchester United and has suffered. The goals and assists he's got so far is about what he was doing in the Serie A anyway. But in relation to this swap deal, now, the reason why this deal has come about, and people are probably thinking, where's this story come from? The reason is because Vlahović has currently only got about 16 months left on his contract at Juventus, and apparently he has rejected a new contract at Juventus. So Juventus are in a tricky situation here where they either try and sell him now, try and sell him in the summer. If they fail to do that, then he'll effectively leave for free. So it did catch me by surprise a little bit when I read this morning. And obviously Vlahović is a player who a lot of teams in the Premier League have been looking at, specifically Arsenal. I know Arsenal have been massive fans of Vlahović over the last kind of few years. In relation to his stats, he's not prolific, I wouldn't say. He's got, so far this season, 12 goals across all competitions in 23 matches, which isn't bad. He has scored 4 times in the Champions League for Juventus in only 5 games, which is pretty impressive. That's nearly a goal every single game in his Champions League appearances. If you look at his stats last season, he got 16 goals in the Serie A in 33 appearances, so it's a goal every other game. But what I will say is this: Vlahović is exactly the kind of profile player we need. Is he the right player? Maybe not. Maybe we should be going for a Gyökeres. Maybe we should be going for a Victor Osimhen. But what I do like about Vlahović is he's a proper number 9. He's strong. His hold-up play is good. Obviously, he's very clinical in front of goal. And I think he would be a good player for Rasmus Højlund to learn off. I think, he's a little bit older than Højlund. He's only 24, remember. He's not past his best. But he is that little bit more experienced, that little bit more ready, I think, to be leading a team like Manchester United. Now, would I do this swap deal? That's the big question, and that's the question I've obviously asked you to get involved with in the comment section. I would. I think I would. If we were able to bring in someone of Vlahovic's quality in the January window, and it would mean that Joshua Zirkzee left, I think it would be good business for Manchester United. I would have zero problems with it whatsoever. Would he be my number 1 target? Probably not. If someone said to me, you can have Osimhen, you can have Gyökeres, you can have Vlahović would probably be the bottom of the list. It would probably be Gyökeres, then Osimhen, then Vlahović. But the reality of the matter is this: we're in a difficult situation financially, and maybe it is that we have to do these slightly more interesting swap deals and things like that, because, we're told that we need to sell to buy. And apparently Juventus are saying they don't have the money to buy Joshua Zirkzee off us. So just to be very, very clear, the story isn't that Juventus are willing to pay money for Joshua Zirkzee. They're saying they don't have the money to buy him. They want to sign him, but it would be a swap deal. That's all they can offer. So it might be that Man United have to give a little bit of money plus Joshua Zirkzee in exchange for Vlahović. I don't think it would be a straight swap, because I do think that Vlahovic's market value is slightly higher than Joshua Zirkzee. And if you're using Transfer Market, which is a very reliable website for market values, It's obviously not 100% accurate, but it's pretty decent. They say that Vlahović is worth 60 million euros, right? Which I think is fair. You know, if Arsenal offered 60 million euros for Vlahović, no one would blink an eyelid, would they? And they say Joshua Zirkzee's value is 42 million euros. So there is a bit of a gap in the valuations there. But as I said, the fact of the matter is Juventus are aware that if he doesn't want to sign a new contract, Vlahović, then they either have January or the summer to sell him, or he can leave for free the following January. So they need to be very, very careful about this one. In relation to wages, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, what wages is he on? Is it going to break the wage budget? So obviously what? That can't be right. That is crazy. Wow. So at Juventus, I mean, no wonder they want to get rid of him. At Juventus, he earns 427,000 euros a week, Vlahović. That's mad. What? That's 350,000 pounds a week. Wow. That's kind of blown everything out of proportion for me now. 350 grand a week. That can't be right. No, I think that's incorrect. Let's take a step back here. That's on capology.com, which is always very reliable. Yeah, it is correct. That's mental. There's another article here saying that Vlahović is the highest earning player in the Serie A. I'm absolutely, that's blown my mind. 350 grand a week. Wow. And he's the highest earning player in the Serie A. I mean, no wonder they want to get rid of him. Because obviously bringing in someone like Joshua Zirkzee, the wages there are going to be completely different, aren't they? Like Joshua Zirkzee, I think, is on about 100 grand a week. Let me check. Joshua Zirkzee's on 105 grand a week. Vlahović is on over 300 grand a week. Wow. I don't see how Manchester United would get this one done then. I'm a little bit confused after reading that. I mean, at the beginning of the video, I thought, oh yeah, this sounds like a relatively good deal. Let's do a swap. I thought he'd be on like 100 grand a week, 150 grand a week maybe, Vlahović. You know, it's not like he's scoring 30, 40 goals in the Serie A. He's scoring a goal or an assist every other game in the Serie A, which is okay, but it's not amazing, is it? Getting 15 goals in 30 Serie A matches. For him to be on 350,000 a week, that's mental. But I don't know, to be honest. Like, I think the only way that this deal could work, thinking about it now, is if it was a straight swap deal. Because otherwise, I don't see how it would work for us. If Juventus are expecting us to give the money as well, that just wouldn't work. You know, if it was a straight swap, maybe we get this deal done. You know, maybe you offer Vlahović 250, 300 a week, something like that, and you look to remove Casemiro, which would obviously cover his wages then. But that's still thrown me a little bit. I don't think Vlahović is a 350k a week player. I mean, Rashford isn't, Casemiro isn't, Bruno isn't. I don't think Vlahović is either. So, yeah, I can see why they're offering Vlahović out. And just to be very, very clear as well, the story does report that apparently Juventus are offering Vlahović out to lots of teams. It's not just to Manchester United. But the deal that's been proposed today is Vlahović in exchange for Joshua Zirkzee. If it was a straight swap, I think I would maybe consider it. If Vlahović was willing to maybe take a slight pay cut, maybe Juventus have to pay him off a bit. But I think if he's expecting 350k a week at Manchester United, it's a definite no for me. I honestly thought when I saw this story come out that Vlahović would be on about 150k a week at the most. And for him to be on 350,000 playing in the Italian league, that's mental. And as I said, he's the highest earning player, more than Rafael Leao, more than Osimhen. He's only earning crazy, crazy money. But you can let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section. Would you swap Vlahović in exchange for Joshua Zirkzee? Very interested to see what you will think. I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been Daily Red Devil, and I'll speak to you all on the next one. Bye for now.